Viewer discretion is advised.
Okay, well, after that super long story about what I did over the weekend, let's go ahead and do an update real quick on where we need to be, or actually where we're going, or how long we're going to get there. So, we have 384 kilometers left. Actually, not that bad. We've already driven more than halfway. It's only going to take us about 6 hours and 10 minutes. We need to rest in 5, so we're pushing it. We're probably going to be pulling into the yard pretty exhausted. You motherfucker. You better get over. You better get over. You better get over. You better get over. Sorry, not letting you over. No! You... Oh, this motherfucker. That's literally that situation is what happened in San Francisco. When I was going to pick up that pipe, that's what happened. I was in a queue to get on the freeway. You know, I was in a right-hand lane, and obviously it's backed up because everybody's getting on the freeway. So, and I see in my left mirror in the left lane a BMW coming up, and it has this blinker on. And I'm like, no, you're not cutting this lane. You're not cutting in at the last minute and getting on the freeway. Like, screw this person. So they see me, and they literally, like, pick me out of everyone. They're like, okay, I'm just going to totally fuck this person over. Then they just decide to literally just come over, just in my lane. My horn, nothing, doesn't deter them, nothing. The fact that I gave them no room and to say, like, hey, come on in, nothing. They literally just forced their way in there. Legitly, if I didn't move my car, we would have hit. Like, straight up. There was no doubt in my mind that if I had continued my course, which I had the right to do, it was my right-of-way to continue to go, that this person was forcing themselves into my lane, which would have been their fault. We would have hit, for sure, 100%. I know it. We would have hit because they did not slow down, speed up. They just continued course regardless of whatever I was doing. And I legit had to move my car. We were both in one lane. I had to go onto the shoulder of this road so this person wouldn't hit me. And I was pissed. I was so mad. And the biggest thing of it all, they didn't even get on the freeway. They legit just kept going straight. I was like, why the f did you... It was so infuriating. I got so mad. So I said some very nice words to that person. Gave him some, you know, thumbs up and a high five. And was like, yeah, you're doing a great job. So that was a great exchange. But I hate that shit. Like, if you're gonna... First of all, if you're gonna be a dick and, like, cut a line... Screw you. Just absolute screw you. 2, if you're going to drive a BMW and you're going to drive like a douchebag, at least do it right and not just like force yourself into my life by just like colliding your car into me. But also just like find an open, maybe somebody accelerated slowly when the line was moving. Pick that spot. Don't pick the guy that's like has not even half a car length from the car in front of you and just be like, yep, slamming myself in here. No, screw you. And then go straight. Why not wait until all the traffic that's trying to merge right onto the freeway goes in there and a huge gap opens up, and then you get in that lane, then you go straight. Like, fuck that person so much. Anyway, that was a fucking massive random tangent. But, so anyway, we have 3 hours and 45 minutes till we need to sleep. And we're going to be there in 5. So we're going to be pulling into the yard pretty exhausted. But we should... Going an hour over sleep shouldn't be that bad. If we can get off this 2-lane road shortly, we should be able to make some pretty good time. And hopefully not be extremely late. Because I would rather not sleep, considering it's so close. So we're just going to try to go for the one shot. And then also if we do, I believe, yeah, we're estimated to get there Sunday at like noon. And that is almost like 10 hours before they want it. So that's super quick. And this is a speedy delivery too. So they'll definitely love that because they're taking into account that I'm going to stop and sleep, which I'm not. So we might get a couple avoiding sleeping tickets, but whatever. We'll make it. Not that big of a deal. So, it is what it is. Whoops. Drifting a little bit. I was looking down at the cut on my hand, making sure that I'm okay. That I'm not bleeding all over the place. It actually didn't bleed. It just cut open, and I can see that, you know, it's red, obviously, because it's a cut. But it's not, hey, we're entering France. But it's not anything that's that bad. It's just, it's to the stage now where the skin is kind of starting to go over it, like grow back, and it's starting to really suck, because that's when it starts hurting and everything. Because the skin wants to try to reattach itself, and when you move, you break it open again. So that, yeah, not fun. We need to get off this damn road. So yeah, that's kind of what I did. Other than that, I didn't really have much else to talk about, so I'm kind of just done. Not done with talking. There was no other point I wanted to talk about. I didn't think it was going to take. Thought it was going to take a lot longer to explain that story than it did, but it didn't. It took one episode, so now we get to talk about the metric system again. So I think, no, not going to do the metric system again. God, why do I always record these videos when I have like shit to do? It's not that I'm like putting something off. Well, I kind of am. But it's always just like, okay, I record this and then I have to do a shit ton of stuff after. Like every time I record an ETS2, it's typically semi-late at night and I have a shit ton of stuff I have to do after it. And it takes forever to do after it. So I'm always up late. So anytime you guys see like, well, actually, no, that doesn't really work. I was going to say if you see an ETS2, you know I stayed up late that night, but it's all pre-recorded. So I don't know. Just know that when I record ETS2s, the night that I end up recording it is a late night because that's just how it goes. I don't know why. But it's not like that I save them for when I'm like swamped, because I'm not swamped. I'm just, I don't know. It just kind of forms that way. I don't know. Mondays are always kind of a busy day though, because, you know, it's just getting things prepared for the week and whatnot. So I don't know. It's interesting. But yeah, I have to thank you guys, by the way, for just watching all the ETS2 series. You guys are pretty consistent with watching those. And you guys are kind of like not on top of when I upload them, but you guys are kind of looking forward to them. I got a tweet like yesterday, I think it was, that said, oh, it's 2 weeks. Can't wait for that ETS2 this week. It's going to make it an awesome week. And I was like, oh yeah, I should do an ETS2. So I don't know who tweeted me that, but they know because they'll watch this. So, but yeah, so it's you know, you guys are very consistent with watching, so I have to thank you for that, because I know you guys enjoy playing this game, and I do enjoy playing it too. It's just I just don't have anything to talk about really. I mean, I do, but then I get it all out, and then the trip's not over, and then I'm like, what to talk about now? I need subject. Maybe, you know what I might actually start doing? I think I'm going to start like tweeting out before I record an ETS2. I think I might start tweeting out like, somebody give me a suggestion or a subject or something, and asking people for suggestions on subjects to talk about. Like my opinion on something. I don't know. It's weird. I don't know, I might. If I do, if you're not following me on Twitter or Facebook, if you don't have a Twitter, the link is in the description for both, so you can do that. So if I end up doing that, you can see it and participate in it, because if I post it on Twitter, I'll post on Facebook too. So both options are available. I don't know why I'm like selling this. Both options are available. You have your standard model or your luxury option. I don't know which one's the luxury, but yeah. So we'll see. We'll see about that. Why are people going slow? We need to get off this damn 2-lane road. We need to freaking make up some time here. I'm gonna be falling asleep any minute because these people are driving so slow. Oh, look at this line of cars. Jesus, look at this. Oh God, that sucks. That really sucks. Oh well, nothing we can do. Gotta sit here. Oh. Okay. man. Okay. So, who do you guys want to be president? What do you guys want? I don't know. The whole presidential thing is kind of ridiculous right now. I don't really like talking politics just because it's boring as hell. But I don't know. I just find it hilarious that Trump is running for president. But he does have good ideas. I just don't think anybody's going to ever make him president. But we'll see. I mean, we've done a lot stupider things as a country. So, it could be possible. I mean, Arnold Schwarzenegger was a governor of California. Why? Because Terminator. Like, I don't know. I don't know why we do the things we do, but we'll see. I don't know. I don't vote, so fuck it. I don't vote because I don't believe that my vote is actually counted. I don't think... Oh, here it starts. The yawning starts. But yeah, I don't vote because I actually just don't believe my vote is actually counted towards anything. I know they say, like, every vote matters and it changes. It's just, I don't believe that. I'm sorry. I don't think that my vote is actually taken into account. I think it is, but I don't think it affects anything. They count it and they go, ooh, you won this one, you won this one. But whoever is going to be the president has already won. We just don't know about it yet. So, hashtag conspiracy theory. Jesse Ventura, where you at? I wish that show was still on. That was such a great show. If you guys haven't seen that, seriously, watch Conspiracy Theory with Jesse Ventura. It's amazing. It's amazing because I'm a person, I try not to be closed-minded. I try to be very open-minded, and I try to listen to both sides of an argument. And, you know, like, if somebody thinks one thing about a subject, I kind of want to hear why they think that, and you know, and then I like to hear the other. I like to hear both sides because you get more knowledgeable by not being closed-minded, by being open-minded, and just even listening to the other side of an argument, even if you don't agree with it. You tend to just learn some stuff that you might have not known. So with conspiracy theories, there's a lot of controversy. Like, some people believe something happened, other people believe something else happened. So I really like watching documentaries on stuff like that happen that some people might try to turn into a conspiracy theory. So with the show, okay, you know what? This person's going to go straight, and I don't need to go straight, so I'm just going to do this. Because we ain't got time for that shit. Them just sitting there letting the entire world get off the freeway. So with conspiracy theory, I like hearing first of all, one, what people even think are conspiracy theories, and two, why they think that. So with that show, some of the things that they thought, like some of the things that people actually think are conspiracy theories are, one, just hilarious. Other ones are actually kind of interesting, but also the way the show was just edited and put together, and the reactions, and like Jesse Ventura out there like in his 60s, just like standing at the gate of a complex or something like that, and the security guard's like, oh, you can't film here, and he's like, whoa, what is this? This is America. We're allowed to film. So, I don't know. It's just hilarious watching them like stammer around and do these things. But it's also kind of an interesting show at some things. Like the ones that I laughed at were like lizard people and stuff like that, which could be a thing. I don't know. But I don't know. It's just, I really try not to count things out. I'm not saying I believe in everything, but I'm saying I'm willing to listen to an argument. I really am. I want to hear both sides. I want to hear why people think what they think and why people don't believe in other things. It's just, I don't know. I'm a person like that. One of the biggest things that I watch on like Netflix and stuff like that is documentaries. I like just hearing about things. So, I don't know. It's just one of my things. I'm a big documentary nerd. Love watching documentaries and stuff like that. A good one to watch is, I'll just give out a couple. Loose Change is a good documentary. Pandora's Promise. There's so many. Just literally go on, if you have Netflix, just go look at documentaries, and just one that interests you, a subject that interests you, just watch it. Like literally, I've watched documentaries on subjects that I just don't care about, but I'm like, I did not know that. So, I'm just one of those people. I just like learning. I like learning in my own setting. Like, a lot of people think, like, oh, you watch documentaries, you must have liked, like, learning in school. No, I hated school. I absolutely hated school. because I was being forced to learn things that I wasn't interested in. That's all it was. When I have an interest for something, I want to learn about it. But then again, I was younger and I was definitely closed-minded. I really didn't want, I was stuck, like, I like this and I don't like that. I was I was like that. But as I got older, I got more open-minded, and I'm definitely willing to hear, like, if somebody, is invested in something, or if they think something is this way. I would definitely want to hear why they think that. Am I going to believe them? Maybe. They might sway me a different way. I'm not stuck in my ways. I'm definitely, interested in hearing all the options. Because you never know. You might hear a fact about a subject that you didn't know, and that somebody told you, and you might think differently about it. You might go, oh man, I didn't know that. And it might actually change the way you think about it. So, yeah, I don't know. I just like watching documentaries. The one I'm currently watching is Life, which is pretty old. It's like 2009, but it's so good. It's also so disgusting. It's not. It is a documentary in a way. It's like a TV series, not so much a documentary. They're just covering life, insects and animals and all that stuff. And the cinematography. I'm sorry, I said filmography once, and people killed me over it. The cinematography is just amazing. Like the editing and just like I really want to know what cameras they use, because how they zoom in an unbelievable amount. Like, it's just like, I have never seen anything this high definition in my life. And you're zooming in on an ant's eyeball, and I'm looking into its soul. It's freaking mind-blowing. You're just like, what am I doing right now? But it's just it's really interesting, because there's a lot of things that you're just like, man, I can't believe this stuff is just on the world that we know about. Like, it's just crazy. It's also disgusting because, like I said, they zoom in just way too close on some things, and you're just like, whatever this insect is the most disgusting looking thing I've ever seen in my life. There it is. There's the first avoid sleeping offense. But yeah, so they zoom way in on the most disgusting looking insect you've ever seen, and it's just like, and then I think the thing that gets to me is the sound effects. They add these sound effects when they're moving, and you're just like, ugh, and with headphones on, you're like, it's in my soul. So we apparently went from Germany to France to back into Germany. Now we're going back into France. Come on, GPS, make up your mind. Good thing there's not tolls. That's all I care about. But yeah, so they add these sound effects, and you're just like, ugh. But I will give it to the editors. They know what they're doing. They'll show something that they think some people might find disgusting, and then they go to an animal that most people are going to find good to look at. Like, they'll go from, like, I don't know, like a weird, strange, like, Brazilian cricket that you've never seen. You're just like, this thing is crazy as hell. And you're just like, this kind of disgusting. And then, boom, straight to, like, monkeys or, like, dolphins. And you're like, oh, this is nice. This is refreshing. And boom, back to insects. And then by the time you're back to insects, you're not disgusted anymore. So, I don't know. It's just a good editing style. I appreciate it. And the series is just really good. So, if you're bored, watch it. I don't know. Or watch me drive a truck to nowhere and talk about absolutely goddamn nothing. Definitely probably going to learn more from the documentary, though. Just saying. You're not going to learn shit from me. Except how to not drive a truck. Okay, we made it to the city. We're doing good. Go ahead and check real quick. So we got to sleep in 0 minutes. We already need to sleep. We're in the city, so we're going to be there in no time. But we made it around, so we're going to get there about 11:20 or so with traffic in the city and everything. We're on an incline, so the engine's freaking the hell out. So yeah, 11:20, which is a lot, which we're 14 hours ahead of schedule on this job. So that's pretty successful. That is actually kind of amazing. So I'm pretty happy about that. Make sure we get through this roundabout carefully. What's all this about? Okay. I don't know what I'm doing. Am I supposed to be in this lane? Nope. Who cares? Oh, God, truck. Oh, God. Please get me in America so I can do things properly. Semi-properly, actually. Oh, by the way, if you guys were wondering, I should have mentioned this in the beginning. ETS2 updated, and it took me back to my garage in Berlin. That's why we're in Berlin. That's why we started in Berlin and not the UK. I know we ended the last episode in UK, but every time the game updates, it pops up with that message like, settings of the game have been changed, so you've been moved back to your garage. So that kind of explains why we started off where we did. I really should have said that in the beginning. Shit. Oh well, sorry. It kind of explains it now. So, but yeah, the ETS2 was updated to the most current version, which they actually added some pretty cool stuff. They actually added some stuff that would help with multiplayer, which is actually pretty cool. So I think it might be time to dust off the multiplayer and jump back into that. It's been a very long time since I've done multiplayer. Very long time. A couple months, actually. All right, let's back this bitch in. Call it a day. Perfect timing, too. All right. Let's do this. Okay, straighten out. Nope, not yet, not yet, not yet. Now. Yeah. Okay, and we're good. We're good, we're good, we're good. That's how you back a fucking trailer in right there. Bam. On track. All right, cut the engine, drop the trailer, and boom. Excellent job. We went 874 kilometers. It took us almost 12 hours, and we consumed 302 liters of fuel. We got 41,000 euro and 1,400 XP. Like I said, the one thing I want to do before American Truck Sim comes out is get the last 3 experience points so we can be fully kitted out. So, yeah. Another good ETS2 session. I really love doing these, and I know you guys love watching them. And thank you all again for watching the ETS2 series. I really do appreciate it. And thank you all for liking the ETS2 series. It really does help me out. Definitely lets me know you guys want to see more. So thanks for joining me. Hope to see you guys next time. Have a good day, and goodbye.